Hello and welcome to another vlog, or if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Jemmy. By the title, you guys can guess that I am participating in Summerween readathon this year. This readathon is actually hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads and is going from July 5th to July 11th. By the time you see this vlog, the readathon has already passed, but I was kind of last minute wanting to join this readathon. And the reason for that is because in June, I did not do any reading. I read 2 books, and that is because I forced myself to read 2 books, which is probably not a good thing. But in May, I had such a good reading month, and then June, it just plummeted. Therefore, I decided that in July, I wanted to participate in a readathon to help me get back into that reading mood. And Summerween was the readathon that was happening the earliest, so I decided to participate. And when I say participate, it's very, very loosely. I am just doing the reading and vlogging portion of it. I know there is a lot more activities, like there's Instagram, there's Discords, and group chats for everything that's happening in Summerween and the readathon, but I don't know about you guys. When I was growing up, I was always told, be careful what you post on social media, blah, 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 all this and that. It's been ingrained in me. So I'm more of a silent watcher or a silent participator. I don't usually comment or join Discord or group chats, stuff like that. And now that I'm on YouTube, I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm still in that mindset of you have to be careful with what you post. And, all this and that. So that's just me. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I'm more of a silent participator. I'm trying to get better at being more engaged as a YouTuber and / booktuber. So for now, this year, I'm just doing the reading and vlogging portion of the readathon. Maybe in the future, I will participate more in the Discord and Instagram portion of it later. Who knows? Also, I'm actually filming this intro right now on July 4th, so happy Independence Day to those who celebrate it. But by the time you watch this, it has already passed, and I'm actually planning on uploading this before some of my May and June vlog, so it might be a little off. I do apologize, but it just makes more sense to me to upload this since I am participating in Summerween. So you're watching this right after I think Summerween has finished. Hopefully, if I'm not so bad at editing and put it off way too late. But that is my plan, is to upload this before some of those and after the readathon has ended. Fingers crossed that I do. But I wanted to do an intro to show you guys the books I'm planning on reading for this readathon. The books are subject to change depending on how I feel, but this is currently the books I'm planning on reading. So I have my reading journal here because I have the prompts written down. I do not remember all the prompts off the top of my head, so I need to pull it up or read it, not pull it up, because anyways, I'm just having a bit difficulty today. I have barely had my coffee this morning, so I'm a bit sleepy and I'm a bit thrown off because today is a Thursday and I usually am at work at this time, but because it's 4th of July, I have it off. So I'm just a bit thrown off on my schedule because of that. And I do have work tomorrow afterwards, so there's that too. Anyways, I'm going off topic. This is such a long intro and it doesn't need to be. So the first prompt is read a book in the dark or at night. So for that, I'm going to read A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Howley. I read the second book to this series. I did not know that was the second book until I was halfway through it. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it is the second book. But you don't really need to know much of what happens in the first book to read the second one. So I was able to just still read it and was fine. Yes, the couple in this one was in the second, but they didn't reveal much of what happened to them besides like bits and pieces, because the main guy in the second book and as well as the main girl in the second book had an involvement of what happened between these two at the very end. So there's that. But this is a witch who I think fake dates a demon, and he accidentally takes a wrong soul, something like that from what I remember in the first book. I didn't actually read the description of this. I'm going based off of my memory of the second book, but I loved the writing in the second book, and I loved how the romance was, so I'm hoping this one would be the same. So I'm giving it a shot, which is why I want to read it. I actually have the audiobook for this in case I need an audiobook, and most likely I will, since I have to read this in the dark or at night, depending. Who knows? We will see. Then the second prompt is to read a thriller or horror. The book I picked for this prompt is Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins, and I think this is a thriller. I don't know anything about this. I pick up thrillers not knowing anything because I just think that that is the best way to go into thriller books, because I feel like the synopsis usually does spoil a lot. And from what I heard from a lot of people who read thrillers, they also don't read the synopsis because of that reason. So I'm going to go into this completely blind. All I know is on the little title, it says, "They're dying for an escape." Sounds interesting. And hopefully this will be good. The third prompt is to read a book with a night sky on the cover, or any sky. So I went with The Perfect Strangers by Megan Miranda. I heard about this book a really, really long time ago, and ironically, my husband picked it up one day, and so this is technically his book, but I was like, hey, this is Summerween, where you read a lot of thriller horror books. Why not pick this one? It is a thriller, I believe. I have not read anything from Megan Miranda. Hopefully I enjoy it. Again, don't really know much about it. You'll see, that's the theme with a lot of my books. Then the next prompt is to read a book with 5 or more words in the title. So I went with The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. There is 5. Again, this is a thriller. Don't really know much about it. I just know that I've heard Books and Lala talk about Ruth Ware, and other thriller booktubers that I've watched also talks about her. And like, her books are hit or miss, I guess you can say. Like, some people really like them, some people don't. I have read a Ruth Ware book, and I thought that it was alright. I ended up guessing the climax of the story, or like the twist that was going to happen. So to me, it was kind of boring because of that reason. I guessed pretty early on what was going to happen. So there's that. So hopefully this won't be the same. I'm thinking of picking up the audiobook for this as well to listen. Then the last prompt is read a book that takes place in the summer, or the cover gives you summer vibes. So for that, I picked Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriella Zevin. I have been wanting to read this book, and I was planning on reading this last month for my Buzzwordathon prompt. The lights just turned off. It has an auto turn off and on, and I guess it's at the time that it turns off. So there's that. But I wanted to read this last month for my Buzzwordathon prompt, where you have to read a title with repeating words, and this would have been perfect. I just didn't get around to doing that. I just, like I said, wasn't in a reading mood. I was having such a difficult time concentrating on any book, for that matter. So I guarantee you a lot of the books that I have here, I'm going to pick up the audiobook for, because I just, for some odd reason, can't really sit down and physically read because I'm getting so distracted, or I just want to go do something. So I think audiobook is the way to go for this readathon for me, so I can get back into kind of a reading mood. We will see. But I do want to read this. I've heard so many good things about it. I don't really know much about it besides that there's 2 friends, and it's like their relationship and kind of their interaction with each other. Not too sure. I have read a Gabriella Zevin book, and that is Elsewhere. That was my very first book that I can remember that I read on my own for the first time. And I loved it. I have reread that book since, and I still very much love that book. I think a lot of people will find it a very average read, but for me, I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite books that I've ever read, and it's always going to have memories for me, since that is the first book I read on my own that I didn't need to read for school, and made me fall in love with reading. So yeah, which is why I love that book so much. I might actually do a reread of it soon. Who knows? But I want to read this. It is a thick book. Like, it's heavy. Compared to some of the ones that I picked up, this one is, like, heavy. And I'm just shocked. I think it's nearly almost 400 pages, but it's, like, thick. It's really thick. Yeah, it's about 400 pages. 397 pages. So, it is a thick book. But these are my reading plans for Summerween, and hopefully I get through. I almost dropped all of it. My goodness. Let me readjust. There we go. I don't know why I decided to put the paperback at the bottom of the stack. It is the smallest one, but this is my reading plans for Summerween. That took an absolutely long time for me to do this intro, which it shouldn't have, but it did. So this vlog may be long because this is already over 10 minutes and it's just the intro. I have just a bad habit of talking a lot, and I think that's why my vlogs are always so long. If you like long form content like I do, you might like it, but I know there are some people out there who prefers more of a 20-30 minute vlog and whatnot. I love long vlogs. I don't know if it's just me, but I love having a long vlog play in the background while I do things and not have to struggle to find something to watch. I am very particular about who I watch, and I hate when I have only like 30-minute videos of the people I like to watch. It makes me sad, and then I struggle to find a next video to watch. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm like that. I don't know if anybody else is. If you are, let me know, because I don't want to feel alone in this. But yeah, so that's the plan. I will talk to you guys tomorrow when the readathon starts. I most likely will start after work because I do still have work tomorrow. Who knows though, because I feel like my office is going to be absolutely dead empty because everyone I know, including my own manager and my colleagues that I work close with, are taking tomorrow off and not even coming in. So it's most likely going to be me and a handful of people. We will see. Who knows? But yeah, not looking forward to that. Also, I should start editing my vlog for May that I have been putting off editing. That's on me. But that vlog is actually, I think, going to be a non-reading vlog. That one is kind of just like a slice of life type of vlog with me and my sister. I always attend her K-pop band ATEEZ's release day, and that was the vlog. That is the vlog that I think is coming up next, is us on the adventures of trying to find her albums. And that was a day, let me tell you. We had to stand out in the heat for a very long time. So if I do upload that one, I'm pretty sure it's that one. It will be in the cards for you guys to check out if you missed it. I know this is a booktube channel, but sometimes I would like to upload a few slice of life vlogs here and there because I love watching those as well. Like, I have a variety of things that I love to watch on YouTube. It's really weird. I'm pretty sure YouTube cannot figure out my algorithm to save their life because I get recommended the wildest videos because my videos that I watch do not correlate with each other whatsoever. I know I said that this is already long and I talk too much and I'm still talking, but I'm still going to talk because why not? But like I said, my YouTube watch history is just wild because I would watch BookTube, then I'll watch like a day in my life and slice of life type content, and then I'll watch homesteading videos, dog videos, grooming dog videos, and then I would go and watch crime videos, LawTube, drama videos, because sometimes you just need like lighthearted drama videos. And then documentaries. Like, it's wild. And then sometimes I even have like nail art, ASMR journaling videos, reading journal videos, bullet journal videos. Like, it's wild, some of the content that I have. And sometimes I even like watch scary videos. My content is all over the place. I even have gaming. I have Minecraft. I also have people playing Animal Crossing and as well as like Stardew Valley. But then I also have people playing like Elden Ring and paranormal like stuff. Like, it's wild the kind of content that I watch on on YouTube, that like sometimes I just think the algorithm is like, I am so lost at what you like. Here's some pimple popping videos. And I'm like, sometimes I even get like nail cleaning videos, like toenail cleaning videos, because I watch nail art. So there's like that. Just is a wild, like, my content is just, maybe the content that I watch is just all over the place. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm very picky with what I watch, but at the same time, like, they're not all in the same category. I have like a handful of people that I like to watch in each category. So there's that. Oh, not to mention, I also watch finance videos on top of all that. So, like I said, wild. My content just is all over the place. But yeah, you can judge me all you want. I know some of y'all are judging me for the things that I watch. But hey, those are the content that I like to watch. It's wild and it's weird.
Excuse my AC. It is super hot in my car. It is currently 110 degrees.
Yeah, it's 110 degrees at 9:30 at night.
Yeah, that's wild. I definitely need the AC. But today is day 1 of Summerween, and I haven't done any reading. Actually, it has been kind of a crazy day. I am going to tell you when I get home, but I just wanted to do an update clip because I haven't really filmed anything, and I just want to let you guys know I got boba. And it doesn't taste good.
Alrighty, so I'm home now with my shitty boba that I paid for, but still I'm gonna drink because we don't waste food in this household. At least I tried not to. Also, I want to apologize for this horrible angle. I had a different angle that I wanted to use, but my phone decided it didn't want to cooperate with me and was falling all over the place, and it was making me so frustrated I almost chucked my phone across the room. So, I decided to prevent me from doing that, I'm going to go with this angle. It's not the most flattering, but apparently my phone has a mind of its own. So this is the angle we're going with because it is what it is. Anyways, so in my last update clip that you saw while I was in the car, I said I did not have any reading updates for you guys, and I don't. But I want to chit chat about my day because I've had a very interesting day today, and my husband is not responding to my texts, probably because he's busy at work. So who else better to talk to? None other than you guys. So let's talk about my day. Yesterday was 4th of July. I went down to go hang out with my mom and my sister as well as my long lost uncle. I have a video somewhere on my channel where I talk about how we found our missing uncle. I'll try to link it in the cards if I remember. Anyways, I went to go hang out with my family. Nothing really interesting happened besides the fact that I was getting lectured at for not bringing my husband to the party, even though he's working and I can't do anything about his schedule. But apparently it's my fault that my husband's not there and that he is more loved than I am, apparently. So there's that. God, my family's so rude. I'm kidding, by the way. They do love me, but they do love my husband definitely more than me for sure. I'm pretty sure for that. But anyways, this is important because I ended up staying and hanging out pretty late, so I didn't get home until about 12, and I had a hard time falling asleep. I didn't go to bed until probably about 1:30 in the morning, which made it much harder for me to wake up this morning. I ended up sleeping in till about 5:45, so I got up, got ready, and I was making my coffee. Now, I thought I was hallucinating due to the fact that I had very little sleep. And here's why. I have this Starbucks cup. Okay, I purchased it a few years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I love this cup. It's one of my favorites. I love the white iridescent. It is so pretty, and I was planning on using this cup today. And this is important because the other week, my husband was washing my cups, and I was going to use this particular cup. Not this one. I have a different one that I was going to use, and the straw was missing. I couldn't find it. So I asked my husband, I was like, hey, where is the straw to my cup? because he was the one that washed my Starbucks cups and the straws with it. And he goes, oh, it should be in the utensil straw holder. And I was like, it's not there. And we're looking, and we're like, that's weird. We looked in the dishwasher. We looked everywhere. Let me tell you, we looked in stupid spots that for sure a straw is not going to be there, but we still looked for it because we're like, maybe it's there. Maybe we put it there. Who knows? No, we could not find the straw. Like, we literally turned our apartment over trying to look for the stupid straw, and our apartment is a mess from when we were looking for it. And my husband, feeling very guilty because he was the one who washed my cup, thought he lost the straw. So he decided, being my husband the way he is, he was going to buy me a replacement cup, which is the cup you're seeing now. And bless him, I love him so much. I'm so grateful for him. But this was not worth $40, just a saying. But he felt so guilty that he's like, he didn't care. So he purchased it. And I was like, you know what? It's Friday. I'm going to use this. Like, I'm in a good mood. And so I went to go use it. I went to go grab the straw. Tell me why I saw two. I saw two of this stupid straw. And that's why I thought I was hallucinating. Because for the life of us, we looked everywhere for this stupid straw. And I was like, huh. Did my husband find the straw? Because I did notice that he washed the cups. So maybe he found the straw. So I took a picture and I sent it to him. And I was like, hey, did you find the straw? All excited and shit. And he goes, no, I did not find the straw. Why is there two? And I was like, I guess the straw just magically reappeared because I didn't find the straw. And now both my husband and I are freaking out because we don't know how the straw is there. Because legit, we literally looked everywhere. And so we're a bit freaked out about that. So that was my morning. And then I went to work. Work was fine. As you guys probably saw from some B-roll footage, my parking lot to my office was empty. There was like no one in. It was only 2 cars, mine and one other person. And there literally was, I think, about like 6 or 7 people in the office. Because there's 2 parking lots. There's a north and a south side. And most of the people park on the north side. I park on the south side because that's the side that I come in from. So at most we only had like 7 people in the office. It was a very slow but easy day. It was fine. It was good. I went home, took a nap because Fridays I always take a nap so that I can stay up and chill for a bit. And tell me why I wake up from my nap and my aunt goes, hey, we're having last minute family dinner. Come join us at 7 o'clock. So that's exactly what I do. I go to family dinner tonight. We all know, family dinner never goes smoothly. Some shit always happens, and that is exactly what happened. And essentially, I'm not going to hash everything because my sister was very upset today, but let's just say someone got into it with some of the waiters. Not altercation, but there was some angry words exchanged on our side, for sure. Not via the waiter and the manager, but definitely on our side. And tempers kind of got in the way. There were some frustration tears. It just was really bad. It got to the point where someone ended up even leaving and then coming back because they were like, I'm not going to even stay and eat anymore because I'm upset. And then they came back. But yeah, so that happened. And funny enough, I was like, oh, I should bring my Polaroid camera so I could take some Polaroids. I tried doing that yesterday. I did bring my Polaroid yesterday so I could take some pictures, but everyone was too drunk out of their mind to even be able to use the camera. So that didn't happen. And then today I was like, oh, we should take a picture. Yeah, but because we got into it with the wait staff and as well as my family was not very happy, I don't think anybody was really interested in taking a picture. So I brought this for nothing. And I've just been trying to use my Polaroid and have some fun pictures, but that didn't happen. It was a wild time. Like, I think you all can agree, family dinners never ever go well. There's always something that happens. There's always drama. And no lie, I feel like Asian family dinners are always batshit crazy. Maybe it's just me and maybe I'm biased because obviously I'm Asian. I come from an Asian family and this shit always happens whenever my family has family dinner. But yeah. Also, it's embarrassing because the manager to that Korean barbecue place that we go to, he recognized me. because my husband and I go there so much. And literally, like, I did apologize. My sister and I went and apologized to the wait staff and as well as the manager. Like, we thanked them for being, understanding and appreciative because my family's a bit much. And I was a bit upset too, but I think I was hangry and I was being a little petty. I will admit that. So I wanted to apologize, right? And the guy was all like, oh, we'll see you more often. You come here pretty often. I'm like, that is so embarrassing. Like, we come here so much that the manager recognizes me and my husband. Wild. But yeah, so that was tonight's family dinner. So that just literally happened. And then I went to go get boba, and you guys know how I feel about my boba. But you gotta love family, and you gotta love family dinners. It always creates an interesting time. Unless you're the one that's in the argument. Because I'm pretty sure my sister was not happy about today. But I think we're gonna look back and laugh at it. Because in the end, like, dinner ended up going pretty well. The two people stayed away from each other. It was fine. And overall, we had a good time. We did have a good time. And the manager, like I said, was very, very nice at the restaurant. He comped some of our drinks and whatnot. Like, he was very apologetic. And I still feel really bad that we kind of, like, he kind of got yelled at from my family member. So that's what happened. That was my day. It's been a day. And because of it, I don't know if I'm, like, at all in the mood to read. Like, I just want to chill and watch some videos. I have no idea. But that's my little story time about my day. Just, yeah. Family. Alrighty, so if you hear that in the background, there's a video playing because my husband and I are hanging out and we're watching someone play horror games. I don't know where the controller is, so I can't pause it. So you're going to be hearing that in the background, but I wanted to give you guys an update. So today is day 2 of Summerween Readathon, and I finally started tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow by Gabriella 7. I am not too far in. I'm only 13 pages in, but I did start it. I did get the audiobook, and I'll let you guys know more of what my thoughts are of this. I don't really know the synopsis of it, but right now I know the two characters are Sam and Sadie, so that's as far as I know what's going on. But I don't know if I'm going to get any more reading done for today because I had a date day with my husband. It was spontaneous. My husband took me out on a date. I did not know about it. And we had such a good time. We went to get shabu shabu. And then we went to Barnes & Noble's. I got my nails done. I went with a red color. I decided to go with solid because I've been going with a ton of ombre as of recently with my nails. So I wanted to go just a normal dark red color. and I really, really like it. Though the shape needs work because I wanted an almond shape, and she ended up doing more of a oval shape, which I mean, when she did do it without the color on, it looked like an almond shape, but then when we put the color on, it turned more oval, and I don't know why. But overall, she did a really, really great job. I personally really enjoyed her service. She was wonderful. She was very sweet, and at the same time, she knew exactly when to ask questions and continue the conversation and when not to. It was perfect. I really did enjoy her service, so I might go back again. Who knows? But I might go back to my mom because I do get my nails done for free. So there's that. And then we kind of went home and chilled. We did have some alcoholic beverages and whatnot because we did go to Total Wine to get some alcohol because we wanted to try some new alcohol here and there. My husband was in the mood to drink a specific type of alcohol. I have never tried it, and I'm probably not going to because it is a very strong alcohol. But he wanted to try it, so that's why we went to Total Wines to get it. And I got my own alcoholic beverages to drink. So we did do that. I also forgot that I was supposed to go and pick up my medication today, and I didn't. So I have to do that tomorrow because I just finished my medication today. So I really, really do need to pick that up. So that's my plan for tomorrow. I also have to finish rendering my video. So while I'm doing that, I'll probably listen more to tomorrow and tomorrow. Oh my god. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and hopefully I can update you guys a little bit more on how I feel about this, or if I end up starting another book, who knows. I am not doing so well on this readathon because I didn't read anything yesterday and I barely read anything today, so it's not going so well. But we will see. Hopefully tomorrow I will get more reading done because I have a lot of tedious tasks that I need to do around the house. So as I mentioned yesterday, our house is a mess due to the fact that we were looking for a stupid straw, and we have maintenance coming in around the 8th and the 9th to look at our water heaters, so we have to clean our apartment so that they have access and there isn't a tripping hazard. So that is the plan for tomorrow. My husband and I are going to do a cleaning sesh around the house and hopefully get a lot of things done. So I think I will get more through this and hopefully I will like it. So far right now, I don't know how I feel about Sam as a character. He seems very obsessed with Sadie, and I tend to not like those characters very much when they are very, very much in love with a character and they're just very overbearing. Not the biggest fan of that, but I'm hoping that that will change. That is my hope. It is day 3 of Summerween, and I probably should have mentioned this in my intro, but I do know that this readathon is to read books in the horror and thriller genre. So it might have confused you to see that I had 2 books that are not in that genre on my TBR. But horror and thriller, that genre, is a genre where I get very bored if I read multiple books back to back in, because it starts to get really repetitive to me and everything just feels the same, so I have to break it up with other genres. That's why I have 2 books in different genres to help break that up, which leads me to my update where I'm currently reading one of those that are not part of the thriller or horror genre, which is tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and I have the audiobook for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am so bored. I am not having a good time with this book. It is so boring. I could care less about any of the characters in this book right now. And I don't know if it's because I know that this is supposed to be a horror thriller readathon that I'm not in the mood to read this. But I don't know, it is so boring to me, and I've heard so many good things about this, and everyone was saying that it's so good, and that they love the dynamic of the characters, but I am so bored of this. I don't like it at all. I don't like Sadie as a character, and I know she's supposed to be a morally gray character, at least I think she's supposed to be. I haven't heard anyone say it, but from what I can tell in the point of views that I've read of her, that she is kind of morally gray. But, like, I don't know. I really am not having a good time. And I'm only, let's see if I can get to my bookmark, 87 pages in. There is my husband. and I'm not having a good time. I really am not. So I'm thinking I might pick up the Turn of the Key or Reckless Girls. I might pick one of these two up. I have no idea which one I want to pick up, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm not feeling good today. I don't know what it is, and it's definitely not from drinking yesterday because I was hanging out and drinking with my husband. I don't know what it is, but like today, I am just not feeling good. Like I am hungry constantly, but when I'm eating, I don't feel like eating. I don't know what it is. I'm just in a mood. I have no idea. I have no idea. Either way, I just know that I am just not in the mood to read this. So I'm going to see if I could maybe enjoy one of these. And if I am just not in a reading mood, this might not be a good readathon vlog because I might not even read anything for this readathon. Am I still going to potentially upload this? Possibly. I don't know. It depends. It depends. I'm hoping I would get something read because it's already been 3 days and I haven't read anything. I haven't finished anything in this readathon, and I've only read barely 90 pages. So there's that. I am struggling right now. Oh, I don't know what it is. I was also struggling to film this. I was having such a tough time speaking and conveying my thoughts. Maybe it's just I slept in too long and I normally don't sleep in that long and it just screwed up my day. I have no idea. Either way, I am just not having a productive day today like I wanted. I know I mentioned that yesterday that I was going to clean the apartment, render, upload, do all that stuff and whatnot. The only thing I've done was barely clean my house. I think I cleaned like 2% of my house. And I created the thumbnail for my video. I scheduled my video for upload for tomorrow. So at least I did that. But everything else, nope, nothing at all. Which my video finished uploading, so I'm good there. At least I got that done. That's the most important task I needed to get done today, was to upload my video. I'm just rambling on at this point, so I'm gonna let you guys go and figure myself out. Hello, I think today is day 5 of Summerween. I'm not too sure, I've lost track, but I started Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins, and I don't have much thoughts because I'm not that far in, but let me read you the first line. It totally hooked me. I was like, oh, okay. So the first line is, salt water and blood tastes the same. She never thought of that until now. Until she was drowning in both, blood gushing from the wound on her temple and the sea rushing into her mouth. Okay then. Wow. So hopefully I will enjoy this. I'm not that far in, like I said, so I don't have much thoughts. But I just wanted to let you know, like, that line, when I read it, I was like, damn, okay. So we'll see how it goes. But, yeah. It seems that this may not be a successful readathon for me, but that's okay. It's an attempt. I also think like my body is under the weather. I don't know what it is, but I have not been feeling good these past few days, and I don't know why. I've just been so lethargic, and today, like, every time I take in a deep breath, my chest hurts, and it's only when I take in a deep breath from my mouth, not my nose. So I definitely have to go check that out. And I also still gotta go get my blood work done, so I need to do that. I also have a pimple over here that's bothering the hell out of me. It hurts and I want to pop it, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyways because Yeah, it's so hard when you have nails, and you should actually technically pop your pimples with fake nails because they're so dirty. So I should probably not do that. But I am now just chilling in bed and I'm watching some EBD and her coverage on the Karen Reed new motion that was filed today. So I'm listening to her talk about it because I missed the live when she went live. I think I was taking a nap because I was really tired. I don't know what it was. We went out in hopes that I would, wake up after I got home from work. It did not help. I got home and I just took a nap. So, yeah. And now my husband is preparing for an interview. So, he is currently steaming his clothes and I'm just chilling here in bed. I know that's a mess over there. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. I need to clean it. I just haven't had the chance to. I want to make a correction. So yesterday I said it was day 5. It was not. It was day 4. I was so exhausted, I didn't even realize what day it was, and I just said day 5. But it wasn't. It was day 4. Today is day 5. And I am still currently reading Reckless Girls. I am not doing so hot in this readathon. I have not finished anything. I've started a bunch of things and just haven't finished. But as you guys saw yesterday, I read the first line of this and was hooked. I was hooked. I was so excited. I get home and I'm like, I'm going to listen to the audiobook. I'm going to, see what's going to happen. Right off the bat, I do not like the main girl, Lux. She bugs me so much because all she talks about is Nico this, Nico that. She uprooted her whole life to travel with a man, and now she's stuck on this island with this man, and legit, she's about to make a decision because of her man, because he is going to do something even though she doesn't want to do it. So now she's going to do it. I bet you anything she's going to do it because he's going to do it. And then she's like, well, I don't want him to be alone, so I'm going to do it. Even though she should be smarter because of the situation that they're in, I wouldn't have gone. I'm sorry. It is dumb, especially with the history. If I'm thinking what they're going to do is what they're going to do, she should have just stayed. I'm just saying. And also, I don't like Nico either. He just seems so selfish. And as well as like the way the girl is describing him, he sounds so superficial. But maybe he will have more depth to him as a character as we go further on. Who knows? But I so far don't like Lux as a character. And I don't like Nico as a character. We will see. We will see how this goes. I'm going to try to finish this today and pick up another book because I want to at least finish a book in this readathon, maybe 2. I mean, I've started 1 and I might DNF it because I'm so bored. I've started this one and my night read that I started like 3 sentences and then fell asleep. So I won't really count that as really like reading because I just read 3 sentences and I was like, out I go. So yeah, there's that. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm just not having a good reading week. I was hoping this readathon will help me read, and so far everything I've picked I am not interested in. Guys, I did it. I finished my first book for this readathon. And it's, only took me 5 days, but I did finish, and this one is going to be a 3-star. I enjoyed it. It was kind of predictable. Once you got into the flashbacks, it honestly kind of gave away the story. And at some point, I just gave up on the audiobook because it was way too slow, even on 2 times speed, and I couldn't bump it up any faster. So I just read it on my own. And it was really predictable once you get to like the halfway mark of what's going to happen and whatnot. Though there were some things that I was like, oh, well, that was kind of unexpected. But, kind of not surprised. So, yeah. But in conclusion, I still don't like Nico as a character. And I don't like Lux as a character either. So, yeah. It's alright. Like I said, it's an enjoyable read. If you want a quick, easy read, definitely this. 3 stars. I know this is an odd angle, but I had a really early morning today, and this is the most effort I can give right now, so I do apologize. But as you can see, I am currently reading. I did start The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, And I don't know if I'm just in a mood or this book objectively is not good. I have no idea because I am so bored. I don't like the writing. I am getting frustrated because I feel like this is so slow going that I could care less about what's happening. And there are too many descriptors in the story right now. And what I mean by that is like literally they are describing, or the author is describing a couch. And I don't need so much information on a stupid couch. Just tell me it's red and it's soft. I don't need to know that it's velvet. It has buttons. It has intricate designs. Like, I don't give a crap. And then there was another description of, like, the wallpaper. Like, literally, they could have said, oh, the wallpaper was really weird. It was this color. No, it went into detail about, like, what was in the wallpaper, the colors, every little thing that was intertwined with it. I don't care. I don't really care. It was, I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a mood. I definitely am in a mood. And it's just been frustrating to, like, read this because I'm just like, I just want to skip over it. Like, I don't care. As a matter of fact, I probably did skip over some of the descriptors because I was just like, I don't care about these descriptors. I don't care at all. Like, I just want to move on, get going. And it's just so slow going. And I don't know if I'm just not in the mood to read or not in the mood for thriller. I don't know what it is. But so far, this readathon has not been successful like I hope it would be. I've just had a really rough week this week. I had been feeling shitty all week. And then yesterday, I did not have a good day at work, which kind of annoyed me for the rest of the day because I was just super, super annoyed. And then today was god awfully busy for no freaking reason on a random Thursday. I literally was like walking everywhere, helping everyone, and everyone needed to ring the doorbell apparently. It was a mess today. And I'm tired. I might actually go take a nap. It is currently almost 4 o'clock. My husband does leave for work in about an hour and a half. So I think I might take a nap, then wake up and watch him leave for work, do my goodbyes, tell him to drive safe and have fun at work, all that shenanigans. But yeah, I'm going to do that and then maybe stay up and read a little bit more. Who knows? At this point, the next clip you'll see is either going to be an update of more reading or just the ending clip of me recapping my reading week. So we will see. That will probably be the next clip. Hello, excuse my sweaty mess. I just got home from the grocery store. It is currently 109 outside. It is super hot, even with the AC on in my car. I am low-key dying, but today is the next day after the readathon that the readathon has finished, and I wanted to do a recap of how I did. And as you guys can predict, I did not do very well. I am still going to upload this vlog because I feel like this is just realistically how I am when I do readathons. This is just something I want you guys to see because this is realistically how my reading goes. Some months is great, some months is not. But yeah, so let's start with the first book that I started for this readathon, which is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriella Zevin. And I got roughly, let me look at my bookmark, 87 pages in, and I ended up DNFing this book. I did not enjoy it. I don't know if it was me and I just was not in the mood for this, but I just could not care about the characters whatsoever. I was not invested in their journey in creating this game, and just everything about them I could care less, which kind of sucks because I feel like this is something I would have been interested in and I would enjoy, but clearly I didn't. And I have read other Gabriella Zevin books and I've enjoyed them, so it's not like I didn't like the writing. I don't know what it was. I just did not enjoy this at all. I just found the characters to be so boring and I just didn't care how things were going to go between them, and I just felt very disappointed. That's all. So then I decided to pick up Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins because I also had the audiobook for this, and I did end up finishing it. I gave this a 3-star. It was alright. I enjoyed it. I just felt like it was very predictable of what was going to happen, especially when they were doing the flashbacks of the past and everything that happened before they got to the island, and it started to piece it very, very easily. I kind of figured it out by a little bit before the halfway mark, and I'm like, oh, this is probably how it's gonna end. So it was alright. It was cool. Didn't really think anything of it. So there's that. And then I picked up The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and you guys know my update for this. I didn't end up reading anything else after I updated you guys. I just was not in the mood. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't having it and I wasn't feeling it. I was really grumpy yesterday, and I just decided I'm not going to put this book through that, where I'm clearly not in the mood to read and clearly not in the mood to read this genre. So I decided that I'm going to put it down and maybe restart it at a later date when I'm more in the mood to read and I'm not in such a quote unquote bitchy mood. So that was my reading for this readathon. I started 2 books, finished 1, and that was pretty much it. Not much reading got done in this vlog, but realistically this is how my reading is. Some weeks I am so into reading and some weeks I'm just not. And some months I can read 10 to 11 books, and in other months I can only read 2. So that's just how it is. And at the same time, my library books are due, so I need to take in my library books. So there's also that. Even though not a lot of reading was done in this vlog, I do hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys do, please feel free to like the video. And if you guys want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.